Howdy everyone, Scott Free for All here. We are back in Renabu, and we are taking our first field trip here in the Rennebu municipality in Norway. We're standing in front of Rennebu Church, or Rennebu Kirke, located here in the village of Vol, along the river Orkla. And so some interesting facts about this church. This church was built in 1669. It was renovated in 1952. Now, this isn't the original church. The original church was built in the early 1100s, and it stood about 150 meters from this current location. I think OlaHaldor did an incredible job recreating this church in this map. I'll put a picture up of the actual church just for comparison. Some interesting things about the architecture of this church. It is built in a Y formation, so it has three different halls. So there's one here. I'll just go around it quickly. And then here, and then here. It's an interesting and rare architecture. One of only a few in Norway. And as an icon of Renabu, their coat of arms reflects this architecture, as you can see. Anyway, we'll explore more areas of this map. All right, and with our field trip completed for now, let's head back to the farm. We'll talk a little bit about what we plan to get done today. So on our farm, we don't have a whole lot to do. We're going to put some fertilizer on our small field. And we're going to tend to our animals. So OlaHaldor, the creator of this map, he did an update to it. Fixed a lot of minor issues. So I thought it would be nice to do a few contracts in some different areas. That way we can also look at some other locations on the map. All right, why don't we first get set up for getting our field 47 fertilized. We'll take off our front loader. Get this weight put on the front. All right, we have a little bit of lime left in here. Let's Put that back in our silo. We can. I don't think we can. Yeah, we'll just dump our lime right here. Oh boy. It was way up on the hill. Interesting. Okay, let's get loaded up with some fertilizer. I think that's going to be enough. If it's not, we'll come back for some more. All right.
I'm way behind, but my heart's still burning. You're hard to find on these fields of gold. I'm staying out, 'cause my soul is sore. So just leave me out this time. Leave me out. Leave me out. Just leave me out. Just leave me out this time.
All right. Let's look at our map and see if everything's all green. And that looks pretty green. All right. All right, let's get this put up and let's take a look at our animals and what they need, what the food requirements are. They've been adjusted slightly with the map update. And I do need to clean up my farmyard. I am notorious for leaving my equipment everywhere, every which way. That's one way to get up. Okay, let's look at our animal situation. So at the end of our last Renabu episode, we had sold our silage, and there was some silage and some hay here. And what I did off camera was I fed our sheep and our cattle. I'll show you what's going on with them. So with our sheep, we put some grass and some silage in there. They don't have a lot left. They're each 50% effective. So we're going to need to supply them with both grass and silage for maximum effectiveness. As for our cows, I mixed up some TMR from our silage and some of the hay bales we had in the barn. So we've got that about 50% full. However, with the map update, TMR is really only 20% effective. We will also need to provide silage, which is 50% effective, and either hay, grass, or chaff, which is 30% effective. So here's my situation. We are out of silage, and we have 2 hay bales left. Since the cows can take the hay, I'm going to give them the hay bales. And then for our sheep, maybe what we'll do is we'll mow some of our meadow grass, just enough to fill up a forage wagon, and we'll feed the grass to the sheep. So let's get that taken care of. I really like the turn radius on this Valtra tractor. All right, I'm going to do an experiment first. I don't know if we can feed them bales, if we can feed the cows bales directly, or if we need to shred it. So I'm going to grab a bale. Tell you what, we'll grab both bales. Grab both bales. We'll just back out of here. And we'll see, and we lost our hay bale. All right, we'll be a little more careful now. I also did put some straw in the cow barn. They do have straw. All right, let's see if they'll take this. They will. Excellent. There we go. All right, let's see what that does for our cows. Okay, so they've got a little more now. That's going to keep them a little more happy, so they'll be 50% effective. Let's now mow just a little bit of meadow grass. We'll capture that in the forage wagon so that we can feed our sheep that. There's an example of why you keep your farmyard clean. I'm going to drop this weight over here. All right. And we'll start by mowing this meadow grass between our two fields here. Now this won't yield just a whole lot of grass, but hopefully it'll be enough to satiate the sheep until we can do a proper cut of our grass field. Let's try this grass here around our farm. Let's see if we can get some grass out of here. Maybe a grass type that just doesn't yield grass, and that's what it is. So unfortunately, we're not going to get grass out of that. Okay, well, let's pick up what we have, and we'll see what contracts are available. All right. And I think we'll use the Massey for the forage wagon just so we have the extra power to get around. Okay. And I don't know where this lived before. But for now, we're going to put it over here in this corner. And we'll get our forage wagon. Pick up some grass. Like we have some grass in the field here too. Is that true? Yeah, we do. Let's pick that up. This is from our previous cut.
I can't keep pretending I'm right where I wanna be. I'm hopelessly in need of better days. 'Cause I'm too young to face the end, but I'm old enough to start again. And I still got time. The world is trying to pin me down, but I'm running at the speed of light. And I still got time. Blood's running through my veins. Still got a little time in me. Won't let it go to waste. Oh, there's power in my bones. Still got a little time in me. I'm never coming home. 'Cause I'm too young to face the end, but I'm old enough to start again. And I still got time. The world is trying to pin me down, but I'm
Well, okay. It looks like we just about filled up this forage wagon with grass, so that's wonderful. Let's see what it takes to get this into the sheep pen. First, I'm going to see if I can just feed them directly. This may be wishful thinking, but let's see what we can do. Doesn't look like it, folks. I am unable to get that directly loaded into the chute. I'm just not able to drive up close enough to that trigger point. So here's what I think we'll do. Let's turn it all into silage, because both animals can take silage. All right. All right, well, we don't have grass, but we've got silage in the making, and that's going to work. In fact, for our cows, it'll be even more effective. All right, let's go to the contract board. Let's see what jobs we have available. Okay, we can do some cultivating. That looks appealing. And then we've got some fertilizing. I think I'd like to do some cultivating. I'm going to look and see where these fields are located, because I'd like to pick an interesting and scenic area where we can do some cultivating. So I'll be right back. Okay, here's what I think would be great to do. There's 2 cultivating contracts. One is for field 28, which is located right here. It's on the west bank of the river Orkla, and we haven't been over there yet. So I think that would be a really cool thing to do. Now, as is going to be typical in this map, it's going to involve a lot of driving. So here's our farm here. We're going to either need to drive north to go over this bridge and then down. I think that's going to be the preferred route, because otherwise we will have to go down here to this bridge and then come up here. So we'll do 28, and then also field 86 needs to be cultivated. So it's down here, more toward the southeast, somewhat close to our store, just a little bit past it. So let's get busy doing those. I don't believe that I have a cultivator, but we'll check. We don't. So let's see what cultivator we can purchase. Okay, for those of you who with a keen eye, you probably noticed that I had my units in what we use in the US. So I've changed those now to euro, kilometers, Celsius, and hectares. So what I decided on cultivators is this K brand is just under our 305 horsepower, and it's 7.5 meters. So anything beyond here is going to be a little too much. Here's going to be not quite as much a span. So I've purchased that for 59,500, and I've accepted our field 86 contract. We'll do that one first because the store is on the way. We can pick up our cultivator. Let's go get that. We will drop off our forage wagon in its proper place. All right, and I'm going to attempt to utilize our auto drive course that Jan has created for us. If you would like that auto drive course map, I have included a link in the description where you can download that. Oh, wonderful. All right, here we are at the shop. There's our cultivator. And let's see where auto drive drops us off. Looks like right about here. Excellent. Okay. I guess that's a good place. I think what I'm going to do while we're here is I'm going to see if we can put some dual tires on here. Something a little more conducive to cultivating. Yeah, I think let's go for the rear twins. All right. It's looking nice. Hopefully we can still navigate these streets. And I'm going to put it on auto drive. and take us down to field 86. Right, and here we are. We'll let auto drive take us to a stop, and then we'll get set up to cultivate this field. And there's our endpoint. All right, let's get busy. Okay, I wanted to include this part in the video because I think it might be helpful for lots of my viewers. So I'm going to set this up as a course play. That way we can get some nice shots as we do the video. But let me show you the situation here. If we tell course play to generate a course for field 86, it combines field 86 and 87. This happens sometimes when the boundary between fields is too small, too narrow. So if I were to set up a course play, it would trace out this whole expanse of field 87 and 86. Now there is a way around this, and it's by drawing your own custom field. So I want to show you how to do that briefly. Now this is most easily done if you don't have any implements. So I'm going to drop off my cultivator here. And simply all we do is trace out the boundary that we want to define as our field. The way that's done is you want to pull up your course play menu, and then there's this button, and if you click it, it allows you to record a boundary. So what we're going to do is we're going to trace out the boundary of this field. So I'll do that for you quickly. And there we go. Let's click the record button. It says, do you want to save the recorded course as custom field CP1? Yes. Okay, now we can go into course play, and you can see that there is now this CP-1 course. All right, so let's get our cultivator. And we should now be able to set up a course play field. And there we go. Okay, let's get on with things.
Just leave me at this time. I'm way behind, but I'm catching up, even if it takes time. On these fields of snow, I'll sing it out, my song for you. Just leave me out this time. Leave me out. Leave me out. Just leave me out. Just leave me out this time. Just leave me out. Leave me out. Just leave me out.
Okay. Let's pick up our second cultivator contract and get that done as well. Okay, we'll collect our money. And I believe it was field 28 that we wanted to accept. All right, let's use our auto drive and get over to field 28. All right. That took a while, but here we are. We're at field 28. Let's get set up and get this field cultivated. Okay, let's collect our contract money. $3,787. Very good. All right, we spent some money today. We made some money today. But we got some work done, and I'm glad that you guys could come along with me. I'm going to leave it there for now. I hope you'll join me next time. Until then, I'm Scott Free for All. See you later.